Hi and welcome to a new episode of Product Release Notes, where we present the latest updates and improvements in Omega 365.
Yes, and in today's episode we will be presenting some updates regarding general features, workflows, document management, activities, interface management. And we'll start with action and responsibility transfer. Sometimes it's very practical to be transferring actions and responsibilities over to someone else. It could be because that person is leaving the company, got new responsibilities, out for a period.
Yep.
And you select then from person to person. So I have some stuff coming over your way, Jan Christian.
Sneaky, but yeah, okay.
And the new thing, because this feature we've had for some time, but the new thing is that you now can select exactly what to transfer. You select per org unit and process.
Yep.
So it doesn't need to be everything, because some of the stuff you might take later when you are back, for example. So you select what you're going to transfer, and we've selected workflow responsibilities, same with the others.
Great.
Another thing is in system roles. Here we have now added a new column, applications, which basically shows you which web apps that role have access to. So that means what appears in the menu, it doesn't necessarily give you access to the data, because that's controlled by modules and capabilities. But this tells me that these roles have access to system roles in this case. And the name of that app I found up here, so you can just copy that and who has access to system roles? Yes, I find it this way. So that could be, for example, who has access to open up the WBS web app, for example. You can use same thing there. Okay, and moving over to workflows, we have done a change here when it comes to who you can assign an action to. Before, you were able to, by switching using some buttons that were available here, you could switch to view also persons that didn't have access to that workflow. What happened then when you assigned an action to somebody that didn't already have access to the workflow was that that person automatically got access. So that person was automatically added to additional access. We've changed that now so that you will not be able to do that. You can only search among those that have access to this workflow. If you need to assign an action to somebody that's not on this list because they don't have access, you have to make sure that they have access first, and then you assign the action. Okay. A little bit more cumbersome, but not much more, but gives you even more control of who has access.
Yeah, and the key here is the persons in your lookup now is the one that have access.
Yes, correct.
So if you don't find them, you add them with first, and then you will
send action. Okay, several updates when it comes to documents. And so we'll start with the review, where we have two important updates. One thing is that we now support doing reviews offline as well. We have a very good tool for making online comments using this tool here. You have a nice annotation possibilities. Sometimes you are not online, you would like to work with these comments that we are on a plane, or you are not having internet access for some reason somewhere, and then it's good to be able to work offline. Could also be that for some reason you'd like to do this using a PDF tool like Adobe Reader. Adobe Reader is sufficient. You don't need a full version. You can do the commenting there as well. So if I want to do some comments offline, I click here and download the PDF file that I'm going to work with. I open that file then using my Adobe PDF in this case. I have it here, and then I use the possibilities Adobe Reader, Acrobat Reader has for me to make annotations. When I'm done, I added a couple of comments here. I can go over here and export all to data file. That's exporting all these comments. I save it locally, and then I would go back into Omega 365 and click upload offline comments. So it's not uploading the whole PDF file, just the comments.
Just the comments.
So it saves bandwidth for sure.
Yeah. And you can do offline. So in this case, I'm on your reviewers list, so I can do it offline. While you could do it online.
Yes.
You can do working mix and match. Yeah.
And nobody needs to check out or check in or anything. It's kind of happening all in parallel. Yeah. And I will see here that the comment that was added in the Adobe Reader is added here. I can also see it on the list here, of course. So I have those two comments that came from that source. Another new feature in review is that we now support that you can, or the system is generating an Excel file in addition to the PDF file. So you used to that after the review has been finalized, a PDF file which includes the comments to be returned back to the originator is generated automatically. Now the system also generates an Excel file which lists the comments. That's a feature that has been requested from some of our clients, and it could be very practical. Sometimes it's because the originator of that document, they might have another system and they'd like to follow up the comments that they have received from the users in an Excel file, import it to whatever system and follow it up there. That's one option of doing it.
Or if the document is big and you have many comments maybe, so it's better overview.
Yeah, we've heard that, say that you have a 800 pages document, it could be nice to have a list of these comments in Excel, especially if there's a bunch of comments as well, for sure.
Yeah.
So the way that works is that you just finalize like you've always done, no change to this. The only change is in the background in a way, because now it's finalizing the review by generating a PDF file, generating an Excel file, and notifying the originator that it's been reviewed. And if I refresh my page here, I will find under attachments 2 files now, the PDF file and the Excel file listing the comments. So this Excel file look like this. So it refers also to which page it is, for example, and the content of the comment. And then you of course have the PDF file where you can see the annotations inside on the document itself. Okay, another new feature in documents is the possibility to add a cover page. So in some cases it's relevant to have the system generate a cover page. Of course you might already have a template that has a cover page, then you don't need it. Some cases is perhaps you have a supplier that submits some documents to you and you need to have a front page that is according to the project requirements. And you can define this a template that is used as a cover page, which can also be set up so that it's using data from the database, attributes on the document, I mean, the title of the document number, the discipline, the document type, etc.
Okay, so you can merge multiple fields or metadata from the data itself into the cover sheet.
So in the cover page, yes, and here as you can see the title is picked up from here, and we have the document type, the discipline, and you could have many other attributes that are relevant. Another thing is to mention related to this is that you set this up by org unit. So here in the org settings inside the Omega 365 setup app, you say which is the default front page to use.
But it was the default, you could still choose another one if, Right.
Okay, and then moving over here to the document register, where we've added 2 more smart filters. We have some filters up here that we have developed, either because it's very common and it's good to have them already predefined, or it's because it's sometimes too advanced that you cannot make them by using the standard filtering features. But anyway, we've added 2 new ones here now. One is documents with red line. Redlining is a process related to when you have the as-built process. Basically, you have made a drawing, somebody constructs something according to it, but of practical reasons it's done slightly different than the engineers did is draw up first. And then a common way of doing that is to mark the difference by using redlining. Then you upload a redline document, and then somebody will create a new as-built revision of the document. And then it's very practical to be able to find which documents have some red lines on it. I can use this filter, and I get, in this case, up one document that has some red lines, and I will find the actual red lines under attachments here.
With the type, so you can filter.
And I can also upload red line drawings using this feature. Another filter that is very practical is documents with overdue delivery. So basically there are some delays here. You can easily filter those, and it will compare against the dates when it's supposed to be delivered. Okay, moving over to activities. We have in the activities checklist now the possibility to add multiple hyperlinks. Before you could add hyperlink only one. Now we support multiple, same as we've had for some time, the attachments, and of course you can also write a text comment there.
Yeah, and the links could be external, could be internal, it could be actually connected to some of the data within the solution. Of course,
Yes.
you add related data to Realitye, but here again, you can do it on the items
Yes.
through a link. Cool.
That's true. And in another thing related to activities is that an activity can be a part of a series, and to have better visibility which activities are included in the series is this link that has been added now, show series. It will show you the activities in that series listed like this, and then you can of course click on the hyperlink here and navigate directly to that activity. Finally, in interface management, we've added a new feature there. First of all, the interface register shows all the interfaces, and we have the interface clarifications listed here. We have which org units are involved in this interface. We have meetings, objects, documents, activities. It's been with us for some time. Meeting is pretty new actually. It's very practical to be able to view which meetings are been held related to this interface. And a new feature we've added now is that you can create a meeting directly from here. What's nice with that one is that it automatically, of course, ties it to this interface, so it will appear in that list. And that the involved parties automatically get access to this meeting. So as you can see here, these were the involved parties in this interface, and they have now got access to this meeting automatically.
Great, so that ensures access is given. So
yes.
Perfect. Thank you. That was highlights of the last week release and work we have done. Great. If you want to look at the whole release notes, look at the below description of this video. On this Friday, coming Friday, we will have a live session here on YouTube. We'll have a look at the release from last 2 months and also some other goodies. See you there, or we'll see you next week. Yeah? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.